okay. We put out a lot of content for them, so.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, can you tell me if you can, because I feel like sometimes Victoria's letting me, like, when I demonstrate the crack in the mirror,
Yeah.
like, cuts me off.
Sure.
If I just want to see if people can see me. People see me here.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Hi. How are you? Good. How are you? I'm good. Oh, it's getting chillier. Yes. Like, I actually need my sweater. It's not just.
Did it rain last night?
It did at my house. I walked out to my car being wet.
Okay, that's good to know because I got here and it was really damp. It didn't seem so much at my place, but I don't have to water today. That's fantastic.
We'll do our usual warm-up, starting in a parallel. We'll taundu on our right foot on 1, flex it, 2, circle the ankle, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Send that foot back for a calf stretch for 8 counts, and back to parallel. Repeat on the left, 1, and flex, 2, circle the ankle, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Foot back for a calf stretch for 8 counts, and then come back to your parallel. And then we'll have our half point, full point, half point, down, push the floor away, and lower, curl the toes under, and lower, left foot half, and full, and half, and down, and push toe, ball, heel, and push toe, ball, heel. Then we'll have 3 rollers, plie, heels peel up, and stretch, and lower, trying to keep those ankles glued together, up, and lower, 3rd time, plie, up, stretch, and lower. Then we'll rotate out to our first. Repeat that same thing in first. Then we'll take our stretches 8 counts forward, 4 counts back, and a 4 count twist. We'll repeat that on the left, 8 counts forward, 4 counts back, 4 count twist. We'll grab our knee up to our shoulder, circle it around, repeat on the left, and then we'll finish there. And I'll talk us through this as well. But starting in parallel, taundu out 1, flex 2, and circle the ankle around. Hello. Hi. All right. And right foot 1, flex 2, circle the ankle. Standing tall on our left leg. And back for a calf stretch. Feel that heel drive into the floor as you pull up on your lower abdominals. Back to parallel. Left foot 1. Flex, circle the ankle. And back for a half stretch. Hips sit up. Heel long. After this, we'll come back to our parallel. And take a half point, full point, half back, down 2 pushes. Keeping that ankle nice and straight. And left. Pushing the floor away. And we'll do 3 rollers. And lean in, heels up. Stretch, get taller as you lower. And lean in. Heels over the arches. 3rd step. Get taller and rotate to first. Keeping those arches and inner thighs lifted. And half point, full point. Half and first 2 pushes. Keeping that right hip relaxed down. Now left. right leg. And diving all the way down. Coming up. And onto a back. And twist out the spine. Repeat on the left. And all the way down. Coming up. Up and out of the hips to the back. Forward seat up and twist out the spine. And bring that right knee to that right shoulder. Circle the ankle around. One more little squeeze and switch left side. Trying to imprint that thigh onto your rib cage. One more little squeeze and release it down. Good. All right. Let's take a plie. We'll start in first. We'll take a little preparation. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll take 2 demis, leaving the arm in second. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 2 more with a port de bras. Arm floats down, finishes on fa, floats to first and second. We'll take a grand plie, demi, and grand, back to a demi, and stretch. Little press up and lower, and tendu to second. Same thing in second. 2 demi with the arm strong and abs long. Demi and stretch. Follow the fingers, arm down, arm to first and second. Grand plie, and 2, and 3, and 4. Little rise and lower. Tendu, lift up as we close to fit. High, and 2 demis, demi, and stretch, and demi, and stretch. Following the fingers, and stretch, and demi, and stretch. Grand plie, going through a demi plie first, then my heels lift up, back to a demi, and stretch. A little press up and lower, and we'll tendu back to first. Then we'll take our combres. We'll combre forward and 2, roll up 3 and 4, up to a back and 6. Arm carry side as we come up, folding in towards the bar and up. Well, this is hard in first, so we'll go away, testing our balance. Back to first. Let's plie, press up, and we'll take a little balance in first, and we'll finish there. Yeah, so each position, first, second, and fifth. We have 2 demis with the arm in second, 2 demis using our port de bras, a grand plie using that same port de bras, and a little rise. Repeat that in second, fifth, tendu back to first, and then we have our combres. Forward, back, side, side. As we do these plies, think about getting taller as we plie. Here we go. Arm to first, open second, and demi, stretch, leaving the arm in second. There we go, and demi, arm floats down, demi plie, arm second, grand plie. Good, heels press down, a little rise, and tendu out to plies, it's a good opportunity to feel just a little lift through the elbow without lifting the shoulder up, but just finding that little breath through the triceps so that the elbow doesn't dip down. Let's go to the left side. Here we go. Arms float to first and second. Lift the elbow, good. And demi. Nice, following the fingers. Demi, arm down, arm to first. Grand plie, getting taller. Heels press down. Good, little rise. And to second. Lift and port rock. Grand plie getting taller. Press up and lower and lift. And then grand plie, knees opening, heels forward, heels down. Little press up, lower, and tendu to first. Getting taller and then reaching forward. Rolling up and out of the legs to go back. Core brings you up. Finding length and then towards the bar. Finding length and away. Arms pass through first. And plie releve. Good. Arches pressing over that second toe and releve. Release any tension in the neck. And plie finish. Good, nice. All right, let's do a tendu from first. And this one's going to be focusing on making sure that we're pulled up out of our legs and not sinking into our standing hip. So we'll take 7 and 8. We'll do, it's 2 counts out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Inside leg and 6 and 7 and 8. Outside leg and 2, 3 and 4. We'll plie with an arm to first. Back to second. Same thing on quad. Outside 2 and pull up tall. Get over the balls of the feet. Inside 2, pull up tall. And outside 2, pull up tall. Plie. And stretch to the back. Outside 2, zip it up and inside 2, zip it up and outside 2, 3 and 4, plie. And stretch again on one side and inside and in. Massaging the foot against the floor and plie and stretch. Let's take a parallel. Let's dive all the way down. Come back up, all the way back. And then we'll just find it first, and we'll finish with the arms on block. Yeah, so we're really making sure our hips aren't tilted back, but they're pulled up as the ribs are melting down, and the weight's over the balls of the feet, never in our heels, so that we can easily change weight and not be stuck in our standing leg. Here we go. And 2 counts out. 1, 2, in, lift up, and inside leg. In, and outside leg. Lift tall, plie, and stretch. Good to the side. Massage the floor. In, good. Inside. Nice. Lift and plie. To the back, lean with those toes. Toes lean back. Zip it up. Good. Inside leg. In. Outside. In and plie. Good. Last time to the side. Keep holding that arm from the back. rotating leg. We'll do some tendus from fifth, using a choreograph to 7 and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 3, tendus to fifth, plie, and side, to the side, pull up, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, plie arm passes through first, and then arabesque, and 3, to the back, 2, bump, bump, and 3, bump, bump, plie, just stretch. We're going to find a coupe back on flat. This little balance break counts. 5, 6, plie, we go back. 3, tendus, and 2, and 3, plie arm first, open second. 3, tendus to the side. 3, plie arm fifth high. 3, tendus to the front, and 3, plie, just stretch, coupe front, that heel's reaching forward as that knee's rotating back, find that balance on flat, and then plie and finish. So now we're going from fifth and slightly faster tendus, but we're still going to be working the foot against the floor and pulling up tall out of our standing hip, not letting it sink back. Here we go, 3 tendus and a plie front side back, and then a coupe down on flat. And 7, arm high, out, tall, heel forward, tall, and plie, to the side, 3, 1 goes back, 2 goes front, 3 goes back, and plie, arabesque, we with the toes to that, toes, good, ready for that coupe balance, coupe back, but the sur le coup de pied, we wrap the toes around the back ankle while the heel's in front, so our foot's kind of like a little snake, around our foot. So we want that heel in front and then the toes in back. So your foot might not be fully pointed because that's going to create a sickle. You have to kind of shorten this little area right here. And that's what we want the shape of our foot to be, in front or to the back as well. So we never want to have a fully straight foot down to the floor because then that creates a sickle. We want a little bit of shortness in here. So finding that sur le coup de pied can help find that shape of the foot. Let's try it to the left. Here we go. Arms first, fifth high, and heel forward, toes back. Heel, toes, plie, and side. Out, tall, and tall. Good. Plie, reach long. Pull up on that standing leg as we close. Plie, and big back. Try to reach those toes on the diagonal. Yes. Plie from the back. Reach and fit. Plie and side. Make sure there's no weight on that toe. I'm not talking about no weight. Fit, plie, and. Ready for the coupe front. Heel forward. Good. And plie, finish. Nice. All right. You're going to see that coupe for pas de cheval and dégagés now. Let's keep the arm side. So we'll have 7 and 8. Dégagé, tendu, fit. Dégagé, tendu, fit. The coupe that we just found to pas de cheval, lower and fit. Dégagé, side, tendu, fit. Dégagé, tendu, fit. pas de cheval, and lower and fit. To the back, bump, bump, and back, bump, bump. Coupe pas de cheval, lower and fit. We'll do it on, walk, bump, and out, bump, bump, and coupe pas de cheval, lower, fit. Then let's go plie, sous-sus. We're gonna find that coupe front bouncing on Blvd now. Take a little bounce. As we finish, try to pass through a sous-sus first to get taller, and then plie, and we'll finish there. So en croix, we have 2 dégagés, 1 tendu fit, and 2 tendu fit. Coupe, pas de cheval, lower, fit. That en croix. Repeat to the side, repeat to the back, repeat that to the side, plie, sous-sus, coupe front, sous-sus, and finish. For this pas de cheval, as we go out to the front, we like to lead with our heel, trying to keep the knee back to the side. Make sure that we don't go directly side because that will cause the hip to lift up. Try to unfold that leg a little bit in front of your standing leg. And then to the back, we want to lead with our knee, not our heel. So maintaining all that turn out.
10 count is 1 and 2, 3
3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly. Here we go. And 7 arm stop, brush, tendu fit, out and fit, coupe pas de cheval, lower and fit, stop, brush, tendu fit, coupe and out and lower to the back, brush and fit, coupe, out, lower, good, last time side, brush and fit, coupe, so that it reminds our foot to brush on the way in, not just the way out. So going through that tendu can remind us to keep that brushing, that connection with the floor. Here we go to the left. 7 arm stop, brush, brush, and in. Good. Extend, lower, fit, brush, good. Fit, out, lower to the back, brush and fit. Pas de cheval, and out. Stop. Good. Plie, sous-sus. Heel forward, bring me back for that coupe. Melting the ribs down. Shoulders down, the elbows lifted. To a rond de jambe. Oh yes, we're gonna have 4 rond de jambes, 2 counts each. 4 rond de jambes, 1 count each, and then 1 on lifting off the floor. Ready? Here we go. 7 and 8. We'll have 1 and a 2. First and 3 and a 4. First and 5 and a 6 and a. Now 1 count. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now 4 counts on leg, and 6, and 7 from the back. So those 1 count rond jumps are going to be really hard to maintain that stillness in the hips. We really got to be pulled up, tall out of the hips. If we're sinking, then that's how we get a little hula hooping happening. 1 and 2, first and 3 and 4. So we were first 5 and 6, first and 7 and 8. 1 count tall, and 2 and 3 and 4 on there, reaching energy through those toes, and 7 and 5. Then we'll take our normal port de bras. We'll come right forward, and 2, 3. Take a pop, stay down flat. 7 and 8. Come right back. 2, 3, 4. Inside leg, pop, stay back. 7, 8. Side. 2, 3, 4, away, 2, 3, 4, plie, sous-sus, passe, and then we'll find a Balance there, either on releve or on flat to feel that alignment on flat there as well. Yeah? So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, give me on side the whole time. Then 1 is slower than this, 2 and 3 and 4, on there, 6, 7, 8. Reverse all that from the back. Cambre forward, passe, cambre back, passe, side, away, and then we'll balance in a passe on releve or on flat. All right, so making sure that we really pass through first each time, and keeping those hips nice and still. And arms first and second and front, around, first and front, around, first and front. As you pass through first, get taller. Now 1 count, and 1, and 2, good, 3, and 4, on there, energy through the toenails, 6, all the way tall, pull up fit, good, and back, around, first, good, keep those toes all the way pointed, no weight on them, now 1 count, good, 1, and 2, 3, 4, on leg, energy reaching, fit, good, tall and forward, coming up, and passe, getting taller as you close back to fit, and on the way back, core brings you up, inside leg is to passe back, nice, taller as you close back to fit, reach up and towards the bottom, and away. Arm passes there first. Plie sous, passe, either releve or flat, finding that balance. Think about the hamstrings, the inner thighs, lifting that toe up, not the knee. And sous, finish, good. Oh, those round arms are really nice for those square hips. As we cambre forward, a little detail here. The arm is never going to be, we do an élanger, so from second, we extend the fingers and we want the arm to be a little bit in front of that shoulder. And then we're following that hand down. So we don't want to get up too high. It's just an extension of the fingers and keeping that arm, in front of you. Kind of like you're about to go pick something up off the floor before we get to that hip high position. Here we go to the left. Arms first, strong arms from your back and front, all the way around. First, good. Energy through those toes. 1 more. Now 1 count. And 1, 2, 3, 4. On there, energy through those toes. Lift up to fit from the back, toes, around, first, and toes. Pull it tall as you pass through first, tall, and back, around, 1 count, 1, and 1, and 1. Good, on there, reach, heel forward, good, fit. Extend the fingers, follow them forward. a détourné around. So we have a sous-sus, and we're just gonna switch, turning towards the bar, so that we're ready to switch to the other side. Turning towards the bar, trying to maintain that tight sous-sus with our inner thighs. Oh, sutured together. 7 and 8. We'll have 1 and 2 and out and 2. Same thing side and back, 2 and out and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sous-sus. Plie and stretch from the back. 1, 2, knees straight together. 2, 1, 2 and out. 2 counts. 2 counts in and 2 counts out. Sous-sus again. Now we détourné to the left, and then just lower to a fifth from there. And then we'll go to left. 2 counts fondue, 2 counts out. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sous-sus, zip it up. And lower. And 1, 2, bump, 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 bump. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sous-sus. Détourné around. And plie. We'll finish there. Yeah. So making sure that those knees are straightening simultaneously for all those fondues, and pulling up tall with the inner thighs rotating against each other, and all of those sous-sus. Here we go. Seven, 8, 1, 2, heel extends out. Good, knee side, and out. Fondue, to the back. Ready to pull up to sous-sus. And plie from the back. And melt. Knee leads out. Good. And melt. Heel shines forward. And melt. And out. Pull up sous-sus, turning towards the bar. And plie to the left. And melt. And fondue. Ready to pull up sous-sus and plie from the back and out. Fondue melt, 2 and side, out and in, out to the front. Sous-sus, détourné, and finish. Good. We got our détournés in there. All the student news that we've been doing. We get to do a détourné again because now we're going to do the same similar pattern with an adagio. We're going to develop it first. So we're going to use our arm for this as well. We're going to have coupe 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cambre forward, following that hand. 6 and 7 and 8 to the side. 1 and 2. Arm extends to the side. Tendu fist and cambre side. And 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 to arabesque and fifth and up to go back. 6, 7 and 8 to the side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In lieu of the cambre, we're going to plie, sous-sus, détourné to the left. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Allongé 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2 to house the calm, and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And 1 and 2 to arabesque, and 4, back, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Plie, sous-sus, around and finish. Yeah. So a developé and a cambre front side back. Last one we developé side, and we have that détourné around. Here we go. All right. Coordinating that arm and leg together. Arms first and second and coupe. the back. Coupe. Energy through the toes and the fingers. And good to the back. Last time side. Energy through the toenails. And fifth. Plie sous-sus. Détourné. Good, nice. We won't do this one again, but find that détourné. If there were little prints of the balls of our feet in sous-sus, we don't want those prints to move. So I have my little front ball of my feet right in front of the back. I'm hiding those back toes. And as I switch, there might have to be a little bit of a shift so that I can make room for my heel and keep the ball of the foot right stacked in front, one on top of the other. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we don't get either overcrossed or that our feet separate. We want to keep them tight, which was what we'll need for sous-sus. All right, let's do our frappe. Let's flip the arm side. 5, 6, 7, 8, and out. Hold on. I need my music, or else I'm gonna demonstrate it to a song or musicality that doesn't exist. Alright, there we go. Got it. 3 frappes and a flex point. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2. Strike 3 and 4. Strike 5 and hold. Flex point and out and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and hold. Flex point and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 and out. Little double front and back and out from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 6, flex 7.8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, strike 3 and 4 and back, front strike 7, 8, and finish it. Yeah, so the reason I wanted to hold 6 and flex on 7, 8 is that we practice that quick and out to the other side. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 6, 7, 8. We have that quick and out to get to that next direction.
And then just deconstructed doubles on that.
Yeah, after I finish the come back. 1, 2, out and hold, and 1, 2, out and hold. And then we go to the back. Here we go. So arm and Allison comb right away. And we'll flex that foot to the ankle on 7. Flex 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 6, flex 7.8 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 6 and 7 and 8. Good. Back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 6 and flex and put. Back. Beat front and strike. Beat out front back. Front back and strike. Front back and back. 2, 3, hold, flex, and out. What happened is we have 2 beat spot 2s, our heel connecting to one of our ankles. So here from the back, I'm going to be back, front, strike, and then I reverse it. Front, back, strike. So we have a little bit of a robot arm, robot leg, before we strike out for that front leg. Here we go to the left. And flex. Strike 1, 2, 3, 4. Strike, hold, flex, good, and out. 8, strike, 8, strike, hold, grand battements, and a plie en croix using our port de bras. 7 and 8 and a 1, tendu fait, and a 2, tendu fait, and 3, tendu fait, plie, and side, and 3, grand battements, brushing down to the floor, brushing, pulling it taller, plie, to the back, grand battement, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8. Let's do actually 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, détourné, and 6, plie. We'll go right away to the left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Bum, 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 bum. 3 to the side. Plie, arabesque. 3 grand mas back. Plie on side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, détourné, and 6, plie. And just finish. So thinking in opposition, going down as we bring the leg up and pulling up as we place that leg back down. And 7 and 8, 1 and fit, and 2 and fit, 3 tall, plie, and side, brush and fit, good, tall, plie, back, reach, and plie, ready for a tendu, plie, sous, détourné, both feet close, good, to the left, 3, 1, tendu fait, plie, brush down, brush, good, pull up, brush, plie, reach, brush, ready for our tendu, and tendu, plie, sous, détourné, and finish, nice. All right, let's finish off at the bar with our relevés. So let's do, we'll do it twice through. 8 rises and a parallel coupe, and then 8 rises and a parallel coupe, and then we'll switch 8 rises and 8 rises. It's a nice slow tempo. Up 1 and down and up and down. Keeping the weight over the ball of that foot, not rocking back into the heel. Here we go. Standing on the right foot and up, slow, up, tall. Other side and up. Tracking that ankle straight over that second toe. If you're wearing an ankle brace, first side again, and up. Fanning the toes out along the margin, not clenching them tight. Last set, last side. All right, stretch out your calves. We made it through bar. You got the time. We're gonna do just a couple of things in center. Let's take a second. I feel like it's hotter in here than usual.
Me too. It is toasty.
It's cold. Yeah, right? So we're working hard and we're both, we're all heating up the room. Oh, do you help? Okay, I'll take help now. Okay. This side too. There we go.
I think it's good for the walls. I'm gonna try to do it slowly.
Yeah. I know, I like Todd's technique. He does the turtle.
I put it on my rear.
Oh, that's yeah, right? tombe, padre, and we're also going to do a passe balance. So we're going to start on fast, meaning front facing with our right foot in front. We'll have a little preparation, 7 and 8. Before I start, if the arms ever get too much, we're going to go with the arms right away. Feel free to put them on your hips or just leave them out to the side if you want to focus on the legs. Or add the arms with us. 7 and 8 and up, back, lindsay, and up, back, lindsay. My arms are going to pass through first, tombe open the second, su, side, fifth, and stretch. Tendu 1 and 2, passe just on flat, and 4, tendu, plie. Now relevant, and fifth, to the left, back, lindsay, and back, lindsay. Arms pass through first, tombe, and su, side, fifth, and stretch. Same arm, same leg, 1 and 2, passe on flat, and 4, and 5, and 6, passe to relevant, and fifth. And these arms for the passe balances, we have same arm as leg, plie arms and stay in third. As we go up to a passe at a releve or flat, the side arm comes into first. Plie, leave it there, tendu, plie, arm comes into first, mimicking what it will mean for a pirouette. One more time. 7 and 8, and back, lindsay, coupe down, up, down, tombe, and pas de bourrée, and stretch. And 1 and 2, arms in, plie, and 5 and 6, relevant, and fifth. Open coupe, up, down, and down, up, down, tombe, and back, side, front, and stretch. And 1 and 2, and flat, and 4, and 5, and 6, relevant, and fifth. Yeah, we're going to mark it with the music. Do we have any questions about any of the steps before we do that? All right, let's hear it with the music, and then we'll go through it a few times, full out all together. Arms first, 7, 8, up, down, back, lindsay, tombe, and back, side, front, stretch. 1, 2, arms in, 3, 4, 5, to releve, 7, 8, and down, up, down, take that space, up, down, tombe, side, and 1, 2, passe, releve, whoosh, and good. Okay. Do you want it to go big? Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can go big. So I'm keeping it slow just since it might be a new step a little bit. But if you're feeling challenging, then yeah, we can make it really big and take up space. But even as we make it big or as we're going slow, make sure we get to that coupe, cut to that coupe right away. So instead of taking time to get there, coupe, up, down. Yeah, coupe, up, down. And then as we do these passes, make sure that that passe foot is really tracking up the leg and back down, especially as we go to releve. You don't want to disconnect it. Here we go. Right foot in front. We won't do this one again, but something I like to think about with these posse balances, and it'll be beneficial for pirouettes later on, is thinking about exhaling as you go up to that position. So here we gotta take an inhale for that preparation. Exhale, because what that does is it engages the core naturally and helps melt those ribs down, because I was a big culprit back in my training days of this. Yeah, so I find that exhale helped me get that, my ribs melting down and that core lift up and engaged. So we just try that a few times. Take a few posse balances, think of that inhale, exhale, yeah, try it to this side too. So we're out, inhale, exhale, and see how that sutures those cores together. Yeah, exactly. Having breath choreography. That's so true. I know. I hold my breath like all the time too. I had so many teachers. Sounds. Hold. Breathe. How could I breathe? So many things. All right. Let's do our regular sautés. Well, 2 slow and 4 fast. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and second and 2 and 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Let's put that right foot back. Back and front and back and front and change and change. This is your breather. Back to first we go again. 1, 2, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Strong arms held from your back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Left foot closes back. And 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Undo back to the For first, we'll take the arms on bottom, and then as we go to second, it's passes third, first, second, and then back to on bottom for, yeah, the changements. Focusing on landing toe ball heel nice and gooey like a cat. Here we go. And down, now 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, and out, and 4, up, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Time to do back to first. Here we go again, and again. 2, now 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and set. Good. Strong arms to the back, and lift. And 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and on to first. Good. Nice, we're all holding our core. All right, let's find a nice big second position. We'll cool it down with our rubber arms, following along with me. So just a big comfortable second position. We'll take a big round plie. Reverse the arms, go up and taller through the chest. And we'll stretch side to side. Arms can do whatever feels natural. And other side. Finding a parallel. Diving all the way forward. Plenty of time down here, so do what you need. Pedal out the feet. Shake the head. Rack out the hips. 4 more counts. Soften the knees to roll up. Roll the shoulders down and back. Heels toe the feet together. And rotate out to your natural first. Weight based on the balls of the feet. Arches and kneecaps pulled up and lifted. Lower elbows lift up. Sacrum heavy melted down to the floor. Ribs interlace shut. The sternum and shoulders holding in on position. Release the tension in the neck. Shake it out. Imagine distribute actually in your neck that's holding on up to the ceiling. One more big deep breath in. And exhale, release it all out. And you are done. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Russell. New ballet dance class.
I know, so excited. Just saw it on the schedule.
Yeah,